Again, a very, very good and great welcome to you to this class. It's been a while, and I must say I'm glad to be with you again. My name is Silvanos Gato, and this is the University Without Walls, the Tiens University. And I'm glad to let you know that today we are going to take yet another look into one of our very, very own products, not one, two, but maybe three, or a group of products which I have put together for diabetics. Now, note that this is not something new. It's always been with us. All I try to do is to draw your attention to some of these things so that you can also have them at the back of your mind. So without taking much of the time, quickly let us get into the class and let's see what I have for you today. And I have named it Perfect Combination for Diabetes or Diabetics. In other words, people who have diabetes. Which Tiens product can they take to benefit them? Which Tiens product can they take to help them? Or which Tiens product can you yourself take to prevent yourself from having diabetes? So quickly, let us get into the class and then let's get going. Now, one of the things I always want you to have at the back of your mind is that these are not drugs. As much as possible, I want you to remember that these are not drugs. And so even if you are not sick, this is something you can be taking to help keep your body in its optimal performance mode. And so quickly into the class. So note, Tiens food supplements are for preventive purposes and are not meant to be a substitute for any drug. So keep that at the back of your mind quickly as we get into the class. And then there are, however, products that aid in certain ailments and conditions. So even though these are not drugs, some of these products can really help you if you are sick, all right? And then if you are not sick too, it can help you to keep your body in its optimum performance. So yes, if you are sick, why not? It can help you, all right, in prevention, in getting well, and it can also help you to prevent certain conditions. So yes, glucose is a very important fuel for the body, and hyperglycemia simply means high levels of blood sugar. It's also known as blood glucose, and over time, it can cause major health complications in people with diabetes. So you do not want this kind of thing to happen with you. And each year, the world marks the World Diabetes Day on the 14th day of November. So as I'm doing this in the month of November, the World Diabetes Day has just come to pass. And it is important that I draw your attention to these things as our way of also marking the day. Okay, so now, what is diabetes? It is simply a medical condition where the sugar level of an individual is consistently higher in the blood than normal, and it may even be identified in the urine. So when your sugar in your blood is higher than normal, then you're having too much sugar and it is not good. Okay, but who gets diabetes? It can affect both the young and the old, male and female, black and white. Everyone can get diabetes. And so it is important that as you are listening to this particular lecture or class, I just want you to get a feel of what diabetes is before we get into the product. And that is why I'm going to run through what diabetes is, okay? Now, why is this a problem? Why should we be talking about this? Number one, it is a global health problem. It's all over the world. Number two, the people who are getting diabetes keep increasing every day. Okay. Number three, out of 100 people who get diabetes or who had diabetes in the year 2012, 8 of them, all right, 8 out of 100 people had diabetes in the world. So this was the year 2012. That means out of every 100 people, 8 of them had diabetes. That is not too good, some statistics. And about 640 million people will be diagnosed with diabetes by the year 2040. Scary, isn't it? And in Sub-Saharan Africa, about 66% of people with diabetes are not even aware that they are living with something. And diabetes has been responsible for 416,000 deaths here in Sub-Saharan Africa every year. And so it is a very, very big case. So if you are watching this as a Tiens member or as a consumer or somebody who just loves my channel, it is a big case. How common is diabetes here in Ghana? About 6 out of 100 people have diabetes in Ghana. So you take every 100 people and you are going to get 6 out of them living with diabetes. What is more, about 2 million Ghanaians are living with diabetes. Yes, 2 million. Most people with diabetes in Ghana don't even know that they are living with something. So it is a big case. It is a very, very big case. Of course, we have type 1 diabetes and type 2. And in this lecture, I'm going to be focusing more on the type 2, okay, without getting into technicalities. Are there any symptoms one can see if they are having diabetes? Of course. But the first thing I'm going to tell you here is that in most of the cases, the people do not see any symptoms. They come to the hospital when they've already gotten far with diabetes. And most patients also present with end organ complications. Their kidneys or any organ in the body, they have had a problem by the time they come to the hospital. And then some of them come to the hospital with several infections in their bodies. And then, of course, some people will feel numbness or tingling in their fingers and feet. And then for the men, erectile dysfunction sets in. And people who have diabetes are at a high risk of amputations of the foot due to sores which do not heal, okay? And the pictures here explain themselves. Frequent urinating, increased thirst all the time, always feeling hungry, blurred vision, you're not seeing well, losing weight, you're feeling weak, having nausea, your wounds don't heal, and I've talked about the tingling in the hands and the feet. Okay, so you can pause and take a look if you want to much more. But then the other scary part of this is that when you get diabetes and it gets far, some of the complications you can develop are a lot. So on the left-hand side of the screen are some technical words, but on the right-hand side are the much more simplified ones like stroke, blindness, heart attack, heart failure, kidney failure, erectile dysfunction, numbness of your feet, wounds on your feet, and more. Poor wound healing that will lead to amputation. You'll be passing urine a lot. And for the women, whitish vaginal discharge, you could go into coma and all that. Okay. And why do people come late with complications of diabetes? Well, because it is asymptomatic. In other words, it doesn't show symptoms. And so the products I'm going to show to you, make sure you get them. How can diabetes be diagnosed? Well, for fasting blood sugar, you should range not more than 7 millimoles per liter. That is when you have not eaten in the morning and your sugar is tested and it shoots very high, 13, 14, 15, 16 is going. Be careful. And after you have eaten, which is the random, we don't expect you to go above 11 as well, okay? And sometimes the urine can literally be found, the glucose can literally be found in the urine. And then there is a test which can be done in the laboratory known as the HbA1c, and it shouldn't be greater than 6.5%. It is a test that actually let the doctors know how you have been keeping yourself with respect to diet and how have you been eating, okay? All right. So can diabetes run in families? Yes, yes, especially those with the type 2 diabetes. So if your granny had it, you could get diabetes. Take care of yourself. Can I get diabetes when there is no one in my family with diabetes? Of course. There are things you can do that can trigger diabetes in you. And yeah, pregnancy will increase your risk of diabetes. It's possible, but most of these women will recover after delivery. If you don't recover, quickly get back to your doctor. and some may not recover and may still need to be on medications, okay? And it leads to infections, premature delivery, and giving birth to big babies, okay? So yes, diabetes can affect pregnant women. It doesn't mean when you are pregnant, you are going to get diabetes necessarily. So yes, and people are fond of saying this as well. I don't eat much sugar. How come I can get diabetes? Well, you do not need or you do not get diabetes only because you eat sugar. You can actually get diabetes even if you don't eat much sugar, especially with the type 1. And again, this lecture is not about going into details with diabetes, so I'm not going to spend too much time explaining type 1, type 2. But reducing your sugar intake will help you to prevent and manage diabetes. How can we prevent this? Achieve a healthy weight. Make sure you are losing a little weight if your weight is too much. And actually losing 10% of weight if you are obese can reduce your risk of diabetes by a whopping 50%. Eating a balanced carbohydrate, controlled diet can help you. Limit your intake of alcohol. Check your blood sugar levels once a while and make sure you are staying within normal ranges. It can help you. Of course, the exercises are good. Getting active and making sure you're skipping all these sugary drinks and things. Keep yourself away from smoking and make sure you're taking more fruits and vegetables. How can type 2 be managed? Improved diet, I've already talked about that. Exercise. If you are on medications, take your medications to control blood sugar and make sure you are managing your lifestyle. Before I get you into the product, is there a medication I can take once that can cure diabetes? The answer is simply no. You know, people are always looking for a cure. They want something they can take once or 3 days and team. That's it. Diabetes is gone. There is no such thing. And there is no one-time medication that can cure diabetes. This is a myth. It is a myth. It's not a fact. Okay? So keep that too at the back of your mind. Now, again, before I get into the products that you can take to help you with diabetes, I want you to know that Tiens has a wide range of products. If you can take a look at your picture on the screen right now, from calcium to toothpastes that will help you. It is without fluoride, to zinc, to spirulina, to cordyceps, to vitality, antilipemic tea, that is a cleanser you can be taking every morning to get rid of excess lipids in your blood, beneficial capsules for your heart, chitosan, grapevine for your heart as well, and more. Now, this is the #1 product I'm going to recommend if you really want to prevent diabetes. It is called chitosan. Now, chitosan is a wonderful product that has been made from crab, shrimps, and lobsters. And it is super. This product is going to help you for this product is going to help you to get rid of excess blood sugar. Okay, if you have too much sugar in your blood, it is going to help you. It has been made in such a way that when you take it, it helps you to get rid of excess sugar. So it is the #1 product I am going to recommend to you. It will help to strengthen your immune system. It is anti-cancerous. It absorbs heavy metals and helps you to excrete properly. It assists you to lose weight, and it protects your liver and helps to detoxify your liver and your body. What is more, it regulates blood lipids, blood fat, blood pressure, and blood sugar. It will really help you. Now, it also promotes wound healing, which is why it is very good for people with diabetes, because people with diabetes tend to heal slowly, and which is why I am recommending it to you. Okay, now chitosan is a solid product. The second product I am recommending for you if you have diabetes or you want to prevent diabetes is calcium. If you don't have enough calcium in your body, a lot of things can happen. You can easily have fractures, which may not heal, especially if you are diabetic. And so calcium 2, which is a product from Tiens, is actually a wonderful product which has pumpkin seeds in it that helps you. It is enzymatic and it helps to build your enzymes strong. The main ingredient in it is this enzymatic hydrolysis of bone calcium powder, pumpkin seeds, like I've said, oligosaccharides, serious ones that helps you. So it will help you regulate blood sugar as well. I don't need to talk much, but basically this is calcium 2. It's been produced with high-tech biological enzyme molasses technology processing. It is natural, it is safe, it has high calcium source quality, or the quality of the calcium in it is so rich, and you will take it and not have any side effects. It's rich in a variety of essential minerals and will help you. Okay, so basically this is calcium 2, and the pumpkin seed is powerful. It contains large amounts of peptin, which can absorb water in the gastrointestinal tract to form a gel. It will increase satiety, slow down the absorption of food, thereby reducing blood sugar after a meal. So pumpkin seed powder is so rich in chromium, and it is so good for you. It helps you to regulate blood sugar. And this is why I'm recommending these 2 products for you. There is a third one I'm going to add, which can help you as well when it comes to sugar. So if you are diabetic, apart from these 2 products, the third one I'm adding is cordyceps, which is a mushroom that will support these 2. So this is the perfect combination for diabetics. Chitosan, calcium 2, and cordyceps. To place your order, you know what to do. This is the number on your screen, 05076439997. I hope the class has not been too long. Like I always say, see you all at the top, and note that these are supplements and they are not meant to be a replacement for any drug. All right. And this is where I bring this particular class to an end. And if you have any questions, why not get to the comment section, fire your questions, let's keep discussing, and make sure your body is a gift from God. Take very good care of it. Remember to always share so that others can also benefit. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.